Hi folks! Hey, I finally got me a camera and I've got it on a tripod so it's going to stay in one place. And I'm going to try to give you simple, fast lessons under 10 minutes. So I'm starting with one of the ones that I've done earlier while I was trying to get a video, and it shows salt, the effects of salt into wet into wet. You see, sorry folks, I'm a little dyslexic. So you see that little textured area? That's from salt being dropped into the watercolor just as it's losing its wet shine. Okay, so this was done wet into wet, everything on this piece of paper, and I'm going to come back in on it with a dry into dry, or dry on dry. So let's see, I'm going to come back in with a alizarin crimson, which is permanent and transparent, meaning it stains and you can see through it. And I'm going to give you a walking stroke, which this is when the paper was wet. So I'm going to go back in on top of that, or close to it, and walk this brush tip up the paper. Gives it variety to the edge because it varies and it's not stable, the stroke that is. It isn't really good to put a straight edge next to an edge, but we're going to do it. So there is your walking stroke. Did you see that? Did you get it? Okay. I'm going to use the same brush and do a flip stroke. Get this in frame. I'm going to come back down on top of a flip stroke that I did when the whole paper was wet. This is now dry. Flip stroke. Put the tip down of your chisel edge. Your chisel edge. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find. You got your chisel edge. Keep it sharp. Come to the tip of it. It's a little too wet. And flip. 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 Okay. Come up here so you can see it better, maybe. I'll flip and flip. Okay. Okay. Flip stroke. And I'm going to add a little bit of cadmium orange to what's left in my brush. Just take out the extra water, and I'm going to give you a pat stroke. So I'm just going to lay this brush down flat on the paper and pat. We'll give this tree some foliage. See? Pat stroke. Just play with it. Okay, put a little, see if there's some leaves down in here. Give you a little bit more texture. Okay, so we got a walking stroke, a flip stroke, and a pat stroke. Alright, so moving right along. That side's been used. I'm going to use this clean piece of paper over here. Cleaning my brush and my dirty water. Now in my clean water, which is out of frame, I'm going to get a brush that's larger than what I was just using to wet this paper quickly, and I'm going in and just wetting my arches. 140 cold press paper. Because there's several different types of watercolor paper and weight. Peyton, I sent you a 90-pound weight. Me, I like it a little bit heavier, but it takes using more pigment. Okay, so we've got a wet piece of paper, pretty wet, right? I'm going to go back into my alizarin crimson. And now we have a wet brush. And we're just going to do that heart. We're going to drop it in, drop the brush in. And you can see how it spreads. See? Wet and wet gives you a real soft image. And if you don't care for those little edges, you can come back in and get rid of them, but we're going to leave them. Well, I should show you how to get rid of them, so we'll do something else in the meantime, because I'm going to let them dry just a little bit. So I'm coming in with my cadmium orange, which is opaque, not transparent, and just fill that heart. And I'm going to show you a paper towel, find a clean part of it. And this is one of the most valuable tools. You need paper towels handy for several reasons. And I just lifted out some of that paint so that it would have a little bit more interest. So you can use your paper towels for that. I'm going to draw back into it like I did in the first video, but just to give this a little bit more. And I'm using a chisel tip that's wider than what I did, but I can use the edge of it like I'm doing right now and just get a single line. And the pigment is finding that indentation and moving, the pigment is moving into that while it's wet. Let's see, what else can I do? Oh, I've done the salt into salt, but I wanted to show you a successful piece that dried. Can you see that? So I'm going to do sprinkle some salt on there, and it'll be working as it's drying, and I will have that to show you next time. So you sprinkle it in when there's just a mild gloss. It's lots of fun. The other way that you can get texture is by spritzing. Let me see if I can go back on this. Where is that piece that I just did? Right there. It's too dry. I was going to try to move some more paint or show you on that one, but I'll show you on this one. There. You see that? You see that texture from spritzing? Okay. So that's wet and wet, and scraping back into it, and then spritzing with water. And I did put some salt in there. We'll see how that works combined. And this is the other one where I did the walking stroke, a pat stroke, and a flip stroke. So you can paint a landscape with that information, and I hope you do. Thank you. Bye-bye.